People have asked me a lot on how I get my 808s to smack so hard. They say they even hit through phone speakers. Literally, all I do, I got this from Nick Mirror. With Osamason's new drop of Flxtra just coming out on the same day as Yeet dropping, I decided to listen through it and take out aspects of some of the new songs and showcase them in this video. Osamason uses some of the hardest, most unique beats, which is why I love making them. Now, if you follow some of the tricks that I show, you'll 100% be able to make better beats quicker. Let's get right into the video. All right, for this one, I'm gonna start out with some one shot. Just gonna go into a random kit. I'm gonna get a pluck, turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna add delay to this pluck. So I utilized a bunch of tension notes to create a really evil feel. And then I put it on third step delay. So it could have like a pattern. Let's copy it over and add another pluck. I'm gonna add the same delay to it. Put it on ping pong, change it to third step. So the third dot up. Now let's add a little lead. This says chord, but you can use it for a lead as well. Turn attack and release all the way down, then go into the wrench icon. Turn on mono, turn up slide a bit. We can use it as like a lead so it follows the glide. For example, it switches between the notes. Gonna have a little stutter here, so it's like da-da-da. Hold Alt to drag them a little bit so you can get the clipping. The bounce is so important. You want it to like have the perfect mix between melodic and evil. That's what I've noticed about listening to so many Osamason songs. I want the bass line to be really unique. So I want to go from C up to F, down to A, and then up to B to lead back into C. I've never done that pattern before. But with these types of beats, you want to really experiment. I'm going to make this an octave up. I want to change the sound of these chords. I'm adding Soothe 2 to it. I'm gonna add a little slide at the end of every one of these changes. So double click on the note, press the triangle, then I'm just gonna drag it to the end of every one. I'm adding 3 blood filters to that. Now I'm gonna start on the drums. People have asked me a lot on how I get my 808s to smack so hard. They say they even hit through phone speakers. Literally, all I do, I got this from Nick Mirror back in the day. Turn these 3 knobs down on your fruity limiter. Leave everything else as default. That's all you need to do, get rid of that. Now, above that in the mixer, you want the fruity soft clipper. Add that, you leave it on default, you don't touch it. That is the best way I found. When I first started making beats, I always had these problems with my mix. When it got too loud, it would get all crunchy in a bad way. Nothing would be clear, it would all be muddy. That's because I didn't know to take the lows out of a lot of my melodies that needed it. You don't need to take the lows out of everything. And I didn't know about the stuff to put on my master. It's also just about your ear. Now let's get a fucking distorted 808. Turn it way up, put it on cut self. I like that. So I'm gonna change the chords to match the bass notes that I changed up with the 808. Now these 808s are too low, and they're too high if they're all the way up here. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna pitch the whole beat up by 3 semitones. So select them all, go to the down arrow, click transpose selected, then click 3, then enter. I'm gonna clone the 808, put it on the same cut itself, so on 1. Let's add a hi-hat and a clap. Honestly, I want it to be pitched up 1 more semitone. I'm gonna remake the chords. I don't think they mesh well. I'm gonna do that by copying the 808s. I'm gonna use Serum for these chords. I'm gonna have the hi-hats 1 step. turning the BPM up a little bit. Now I'm gonna arrange it. Right click, split by channel, click the first sound, hold shift, click the last sound, drag them in, copy them over. Now let's have this drop in quick and hard. Pause. Let's add my tag in.
0, 0.
Now when I was arranging it, all these sounds are playing at once and it sounded way too overwhelming. But now that I've sectioned it out, it has much more room for an artist. I'm just gonna copy this over. And that's the beat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. We're nearly at 1,000. We might even be there by now. Leave any videos you want me to do in the comments, as well as check the links in the description for all my socials. DM me there if you have any questions. And goodbye.